Now that Halloween is around the corner, I'm not going to dress up as anything. I'm just going to smile at people. So thank you for that idea.
You're welcome. Yeah, I love it. It's a very last minute Halloween costume. Works great.
I need you to listen to me. Something really bad happened. You remember Louis Fergoli from high school? I went to his apartment. But when I showed up... Louis?
No, get away from me! What?
He was smiling at me.
Hey, what is from the success of the first movie that you learned from it and helped you to build the second one?
You know, the success of the first one was very surreal. You know, I was just so grateful that I had the opportunity to make that film, and I was just hoping that you know, audiences would see it, but to see everyone, you know, embrace it and connect with it so much was incredible. And I knew that coming out of that, if I was, you know, going to approach a sequel and ask audiences to give me their time again, that I wanted to do something that really felt worthwhile. It felt fresh and exciting and new, and took things in an unexpected direction.
Ladies and gentlemen, Skye Riley, you are in the middle of a big world tour.
You okay?
I keep seeing this face everywhere.
This thing is a parasite. You witnessed a death. Now it's latched onto you.
Hi, Naomi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, I have to say that your work as an actress is amazing. And while I was watching the film, I wondered, how did you manage to transmit perfectly the way Skye was feeling when she was being controlled by this entity and when she was hallucinating, when, you know, sound design is like a big element to give scare on screen. So how did you do it while being on set?
That's a great question. You're right, because I guess we don't have... Actually, now you say that, what usually tends to happen, if I am reacting to something, if it's a loud noise or a thing, you know, it's usually Parker just like clapping his hand, or he says like, now, you know, and he tries to create that sense of, you know, and you're right, it can be difficult when I guess you're expecting it and you don't have that to react off of, but hey, that's what they pay us for, isn't it? We pretend. So I think that, and then in terms of what's needed for each moment, obviously Parker understands he knows exactly what he's shooting. He understands his vision so thoroughly, which is very helpful, obviously, as an actor, to tweak and shift a moment to create what he needs it to create, as well as remaining truthful and present in the moment.
Oh wow, that's amazing, and you can see the work team in the result of the movie. So congratulations.
911, what's your emergency?
I've traced a string of deaths to you. Nobody has survived longer than a week.
Skye, pull it together and get back out there.
I was really curious, and now after doing this film, do you go on your daily life and get disturbed by others people's smile?
No, and the reason is there's a specificity to the smile, right? There's a stillness, there's a staring, there's wide eyes, the head's tilted down. I feel like it's a specific smile. And there's something maybe to do with the stillness of it and the staring and smiling. That's the thing that makes it freaky. No, I love a good smile. Anyone smiling at me and I'll be your best friend, you know what I mean? So, no, it hasn't ruined smiling for me. Absolutely not.
Wait till Halloween and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's the only thing. As long as people don't come up to me in the street and start doing that smile. Because then I might like punch them or something out of just a reaction, and then I get, you know, that way.
I will not let this thing use me.
How do we stop it?
We need to kill you first.
What?
As we've seen a lot of people smiling at Skye, is there like a special technique to give that element of horror? Like, all the actors practice their smile before shooting?
Definitely. I mean, you know, some of the actors show up and they're perfectly ready to go with it. They've clearly been practicing. Other ones take a little more coaching. You know, there's a really interesting, you know, what I really like is that all of the smiles in the films are their performances by the actors. They're not, you know, big VFX CGI smiles or anything like that. And I love that it keeps it very sort of strangely human. It's got this uncanny valley element to it. And then, you know, everything from how we frame it to, you know, the color palette to what we do with the sound design and everything, all that comes together in a really wonderful way that I think creates this really specific feel.
Have to end it. No matter what. You're not in control. I am.
And also, I want to know, besides the horror elements, I think the movie reflects the pressure the entertainment industry puts into the artist. So we see Skye struggling to build up the expectations. So you as an actress with a public life, have you ever dealt with this situation?
So I think that for me personally, I am blessed enough that I don't live my life with the same pressures that a character like Skye does. She is, the level of fame that she's operating in is stifling to her ability to just walk down the street or go and get a coffee. She can't do those things. I, on the other hand, I can, you know, walk through life and relatively, in relative obscurity. I get nice people coming up to me sometimes, you know, which is lovely. But she's kind of operating at a different level, which I think comes with different pressures. You know, for Skye, I think it's quite isolating and lonely because she also hasn't had the chance to, I guess, interact with people in a way that they're not projecting their own idea of who she is back onto her, if that makes any sense. So I think that's maybe stifled her maturity when relationally. And I think that also this idea of keeping the train on the tracks, getting the show on the road, the pressure of, okay, there's all these people that are relying on me, and it not always being set up to be conducive for someone's well-being because they are bringing in a lot of money for people. And I think that any situation where it feels like there are a lot of people, making a living off of what, someone else is doing, I think that can easily then become an unhealthy ecosystem.
As we've seen in both of the movies, the stories have a deeper message than just being a horror film. So is that an important element for you to portray on screen?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for me, I love using horror as a vehicle for metaphor to explore things thematically, and emotionally, motifs, different things where there's more going on underneath the surface. I find that, when I watch, I love all kinds of horror films, absolutely, but I think the ones that I'm most affected by, that linger with me the most, there's something very human at the core of it, that is sort of getting under the surface of just the stuff that goes bump in the night, the psychological elements.
Yeah, that's pretty deep. Thank you for sharing it, and congratulations on the film. That it was amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I need to stop it, but I don't know how.